This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, happy, Wednesday today. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have a repair. Choose Capital Collision Center. A big show coming up, Major Mortgage Man Cave. Today, we're going to talk baseball with the Helena Senators coach, Jon Burnett. The boys coming off a big weekend out in Minnesota. Also going to check in with Andrew Rolin, head coach at MSU-Northern. Get his thoughts on why he hired Mike Van Diest, how it changes Northern, and how many fishes he caught this summer. We'll find out from Andrew Rolin when he joins us here. Coming up in a little bit, all of our guests join us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And make sure you get a hold of Mike for all of your home, auto, and insurance needs. Okay? Let's see here. We got On This Day in History, the walk-off, and a whole lot more coming up. Had a good time on the golf course today. Took the dad. He rode along. He didn't golf, but he rode along today. But that was fun. Tomorrow we'll talk to Jay Linderman. He's an auctioneer doing a Calcutta for the Lewis and Clark Stampede. We'll get more information on that tomorrow from him. Of course, the Stampede next week. I can't read apparently, so I said the Lewistown PRCA rodeo was this week. It's actually next. So it's the same week as the Stampede, but that's okay. It's the way it's always been. Wednesday, Thursday in Lewistown, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Helena. So, and then there's I think a week off between Helena and Great Falls this year, which hasn't happened before in a long time at least. So anyway, let's see here. You can watch on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, listen, Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. And so many more. The governor of Montana, Gianforte, has issued an executive order declaring a wildland fire emergency across the entire state. Goes into effect immediately and opens the door for basically federal assistance, and National Guard can be activated as well. So this is a big deal. Montana has a lot of fires going on. There's that sneeze again, not COVID, allergies. But Montana's got a lot of fires, I think over 1,400. So, and a lot of acres have burned. Human-caused, jack wagons. But Greg Gianforte, the governor, said, quote, I'm urging all Montanans and visitors to our state to do their part. Follow local fire restrictions, prepare your homes and communities for wildfire, and recreate and work safely to ensure you're not adding to our wildland firefighters' workload by inadvertently starting a wildfire. End quote. So, state's fire fund is full, essentially, according to Gianforte's office. And it's going to be hot and dry all week. So, through August. Expect this weather to continue. So, there's that. Which will make, as we transition, Speaker Sprinklers. So be a proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show because Speaker Sprinklers love green grass. Go see Joe. Get on the schedule, and take care and listen to what your water like every other day, odds, evens, things like that. But speaking of watering, and speaking of heat. It's going to be a 5-school co-op in Montana this year for football, for 6 men. 5 schools playing 6-man football. You ready for this? Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Grass Range, Win It. That's the name. It's going to be for a year. Denton Athletic Director Scott Sparks, who's also the boys basketball coach at Lewistown, said, told 406mtsports.com, you got to get creative. Let these boys play some football. So there's going to be 10 boys approximately from Denton, Geyser, Stanford, and then about 3 from Grass Range, Win It. I mean, you think about this. We have now 5 different schools or co-ops. Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Grass Range, Win It. 5 schools to play 6-man football. That's where we're at, folks. State of Montana. Thankfully, these teams are going to be able to, these kids are going to be able to have a season. Hopefully. But MHSA approved this a few months ago, and the schools finally approved it this week, or last week. But Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Grass Range, Win It. Now, it's Grass Range, Win It for football, but then Win It, Grass Range for basketball. But it'll be Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Win It, Grass Range, or Grass Range, Win It for football. And Grass Range, Win It haven't played for a couple of years because of COVID and because of the fact that they didn't have any kids. They are hoping to be able to not have to co-op in the forthcoming, with the other 3, with DGS in the upcoming years. Hopefully get enough kids. But man, crazy, right? Crazy, crazy. Jason Walker Show is brought to you in part by Nitro Green. Make sure you get a hold of Nitro Green for all your lawn, pest, and tree needs. Hey, I saw this on, I think I put it up on Facebook yesterday. I wanted to get your thoughts on it. And I have to pull it up again to try to re-find it because I don't remember. I know I posted it. Saw this it's from newrepublic.com. And I wanted to get your thoughts on this. You can weigh in at JWalkerSports on the Twitter. You can Facebook, email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. But there's an article on, what's this called? newrepublic.com. And it basically is calling for the Olympics to just be abolished entirely. Forget Japan. Forget this year, like forever. Natalie Schur is the author of this article. And there's some interesting points in there. So if you get a chance to read, it's on our Facebook page, or my Facebook page, Jason Walker on Facebook. But if you get a chance to read it, just give me your thoughts. Should the Olympics be just abolished altogether? The people of Japan don't want Tokyo 2020 to happen. And it starts in a couple days. They don't want it. There's been less than 15,000 people have died in Japan, which is amazing, from COVID. But nobody's getting vaccinated in Japan. 83% of Japanese residents oppose holding the games at all. Now, they say no family members of Olympians can come, but Japanese citizens don't want the Olympics. And if you think about it, I mean, it's great for the athletes, but it's a money thing for NBC. That's all it is. And the International Olympic Committee. It's just a money deal. You look at all the construction that's done for the Olympics, and then as soon as the Olympics are over, see ya. Nobody cares anymore. Sochi, it's a wasteland now. All those nice stadiums and stuff they built for Rio or Sarajevo or other places. I think Salt Lake City might be the only one that reused and repurposed their stuff from the Olympics. But it's an interesting read. And so you can weigh in. Should the Olympics be abolished? Or should we keep rolling on them? It's good stuff. Let's see what else. Joey Moore out of Billings wins the U.S. Men's Amateur Qualifier. That's cool. Oh, who you got for the Open? It's not the British Open. You can't. It's seriously. It's not called the British Open. It's the Open Championship. Starts tomorrow morning. Who you got? let us know at Walker Sports. You can email, tweet, Facebook, whatever. You can even call us, 209-1267, 406, area code, text, call. But, yeah, congrats to Joey Moore. And who wins the Open? I haven't decided yet. I want to go with my boy Phil. I want to go with Spieth. But, man, Jon Rahm's playing out of his mind right now. And he's the odds-on favorite, so you're not going to get a whole lot of money back if you bet on the Rahmster. But Brooks Koepka plays well in majors. Lots of things to think about over the next few days. You got golf, you got Olympics getting started. Are you excited about the Olympics? Oh, we have rodeo tickets to give away for the Last Chance Stampede. I'll tell you how we're going to do that when we come back. Also, when we are returned. Does that make sense? When we return here, Jason Walker Show. Oh, my gosh. Having fun already on a Wednesday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. You know who else doesn't know what day of the week it is? Actually, I think he does. Jon Burnett. He'll join us. The Helena Senators have played a lot of baseball in the last month, and they're going to play some more still coming up. We'll talk to the coach, Jon Burnett. Still to come, too. Andrew Rolin will weigh in on the hiring of Mike Van Diest up at MSU-Northern and how many fish has he caught this year. He likes to get out and fish. So, all that's coming up on this day in history, the walk-off, and so much more. Jason Walker Show presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Jon Burnett, Helena Senators coach, next.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home. At Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. We talked about Joey Moore out of Billings winning the U.S. Men's Amateur Championship. He went 69 Monday at Old Works. Finished a stroke ahead of two guys, one from Laurel, Nathan Bailey, Joe Stover out of Dallas. Moore now will get to play at the August 9th through 15th match play event at Oakmont Country Club in Pennsylvania. He'll be as a senior at San Diego State this fall. So, pretty good golfer. Him and Riggs Johnston, both pretty good. A couple of Montana golfers there. So, all right. Let's see here. You got the state. There's something state AM going on in Missoula this week too. Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Got the DAV tournament coming up in Helena on Saturday. That's always a good one. Fun weekend of golf there. Let's see here. What else did we want to hit on? Oh, we're going to chat with... I'm sharing that article to Jason Walker Show Facebook page about should we abolish the Olympics. But we're going to talk... here, hold on. I got people... There we go. Okay. What am I talking about? I have no idea. All I know is we're in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to talk to Andrew Rolin coming up, MSU-Northern football coach, about the hiring of Mike Van Diest. Plus, he's a hell of a fisherman, so we're going to talk to him about that too. But right now, his team has played a bunch of games in a short amount of time. And the Helena Senators sitting third in the AA Legion Conference standings heading into the final week of play. Next week, actually begins Sunday and then Monday, and then they've got Missoula for a couple of games before the state tournament at the end of the month. So, how are the boys holding up? Joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, the head coach of the Helena Senators. His name is Jon Burnett, and he joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. First off, Coach, thanks for joining us, but what'd you think of last night's All-Star? Well, first off, Coach, thanks for joining us, but what'd you think of last night's All-Star Game uniforms?
They were interesting. You know, I looking at them, I thought they might look good on a Legion team, but probably not for Major League Baseball.
Were you surprised at the outcome? AL dominates in the All-Star Game.
Yeah, no, it's kind of, more of the same. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought would happen. That AL roster was just stacked.
Jon Burnett, our guest here, Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Your team just got home, yesterday? Late yesterday or early yesterday or Monday, I guess?
Yeah, we got in about midnight Monday, Tuesday. So they all kind of blend together after being on the bus that long.
Do you even know what day of the week it is right now?
I do. I'm actually back at work today.
Oh, okay.
So I know that today's Wednesday now. So.
Okay. It is July the 14th, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Gold was discovered in Montana, in Helena on this date in 1864, by the way. Last chance.
Oh,
there you go.
I did not know that.
Yeah, now you see, now you know something positive. Speaking of, you guys had a pretty good week out there in Minnesota, but a tough week after the Keith Sell. You win that, and obviously just tired. Arms are tired, bodies are tired. You go down to Billings and lose a couple there. But take me through the last couple weeks.
Yeah. went down to Billings. Had great, I guess, great aspirations for what that 4-game set with the Royals would be. But it comes down to it. They just flat out whooped our tails in that 4-game set. They out hit us, they out pitched us, and they played better defense. And when you're making errors and walking guys and all that kind of thing will happen. So hopefully our guys see that more as a wake-up call rather than, we think that team's a lot better than us. I just don't think we played very well. So hopefully in, the next couple of weeks we get a shot at them getting up at state.
With that, do you think there was a hangover after the Keith Sell? I mean, you threw all your guys, the guys played so well that weekend of the tournament. Is there a hangover after that?
There might have been a little, the thing about hosting your own tournament is it's not just the games. Our guys were there working at the field, in different shifts throughout the whole weekend. So there might have been a little bit, but I don't want to say that was the reason we didn't play very well. Hopefully next time we see him, we have a better outcome and we get after him a little bit more.
Then you go out to Minnesota, lose your first game out there, but then rebound with 4 straight wins. Yeah, you ended it nicely on that road trip.
Yeah, it was kind of after that first game. That was the game that we thought we should have won. Got walked off on in the bottom of the 7th. Didn't start very sharp in that game, and I think we had a three-run first inning where we made a couple errors, walked a few guys, and couldn't quite rebound all the way. But after that we played pretty darn good baseball. Represented not only our program but the state of Montana baseball very well. I would have liked to get into that round of 16 because we still had Cy and Ty Penny available to pitch, so I think we could have made a real good run if we would have got into that.
It's not all bad, though. You take the bus home. You get home, like you said, midnight, Monday, Tuesday, but now you get some time off. I know they're practicing tonight and the next few days, but a week off of games, a week off of that getting up, that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you just get fired up for a game, and now it's just, okay, let's practice, let's rest a little bit. We're at home for a while, and then we go play at Kalispell this weekend, but we get some rest, and that's got to be good at this point.
Yeah, that's something that the guys are, that they're looking forward to this little break. We'll do some things in practice, do some scrimmage situations so as, kind of stay sharp, but also not to have that pitching staff up against the pitch count every single outing. It'll be nice to get those arms some rest.
Oh, no question about it. I know we joke all the time about, oh, you guys are young, you can deal with it, but there comes a point where it's 95 degrees every day and you're playing baseball every day. And I think you guys have played 23 games in the last 25 days or something like that. There's some mental rest that needs to be done too.
Yeah. The players are ready for that rest. So we're gonna just do some small things these next few days and hopefully close out the conference season strong.
Speaking of that, you're up at Kalispell taking on the Lakers Sunday and Monday. They sit just behind you in the standings. You guys are third, they're fourth. Billings leading the way at 15-1, but these are critical games. How do you approach them this weekend? Do you focus on the guys saying, "Hey, look, these are we win, we're going to finish no worse than third, but we got to take care of business here."
Yeah, we have a 4-game setup in Kalispell, which is kind of nice because it's almost like a state tournament preview as far as what rotation we could probably roll out there. So we might try a couple things and hopefully they go well, and that's probably what we're looking like for the state tournament. But it'll just get the kids prepared and ready to go, and 4 games in a row is what we're going to need to do at state, to fit well in that winners bracket. So yeah, and Kalispell's a good solid opponent, so we're excited about getting to go up there and play, and we know they're going to give us everything they have.
We talked a couple of weeks ago about the Keith Sell and the team from Eastside coming to town with great hair, but the kids from Kalispell have great hair too.
They do. There's actually some pretty good hair all around the state. I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen this year.
Is it coming back? The mullets are coming back? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. You should have seen my 12-year-old golf star team and some of their hairdos they were rocking.
It's the Dan Gladden look. Remember him from the '80s at the Twins?
I don't. That one doesn't ring a bell for me.
Yeah, he was. Dan Gladden had the long flowing hair, kind of like a Robin Yount. So in the outfield when they were running around, the hair's flowing. Yeah, I like that look. I like it. It's got to be clean. You can't just have the long hair. You got to have it clean though too.
Yeah, I never had that problem when I played. So.
Do you make the guys cut their hair a little bit? How do you approach the guys?
No, I'm relatively lax on it. You know, my one rule is, and I won't use the language I use with the guys, but as long as you're wearing your hair in the normal way you'd wear it, it's fine. But if you're just out there trying to look like a jerk, I'll put it that way, then we'll have conversations about the hairstyle.
What about the eye black? Because these kids are like wiping it all down their cheeks now.
We have a few that do eye black, but nothing too extreme like some that I've seen.
Good. I like that. And keep them clean. Keep them, looking like baseball players, not cavemen out there. Of course, can you grow your hair long?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't tried in years. Probably wouldn't be very pretty. So I just stick to the summer buzz cut type look, and something I can do on my own. That's my hairstyle.
I like it. So Kalispell this week, and then you wrap up with Missoula next week at home. This is a big final push here before state playoffs. What's your message to the boys?
Not to change a lot. We're a good, solid team. We can pitch it, we can hit it, we can play defense. So just to be ourselves out there. We don't have to try to take on any other roles. Just go out and play our best game, and I think if we do that, we have a real good shot to get deep in the state tournament.
Jon Burnett, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. Good luck at Kalispell. Enjoy the time off for a little bit. Safe travels, and we'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
That is Jon Burnett joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, the Senators, and playing at Kalispell. Okay, so I found this picture. That's Dan Gladden from the day, and that's awesome. So see how the eye black is worn? That's how it's supposed to be worn, not all down the cheeks like these. You see these college kids, and it just looks stupid. But then the long flowing hair. I mean, that's great hair, right? Dan Gladden had it going. Also played for Detroit, I think, the Giants. But yeah, that's the look. Most definitely need that look, for sure. Appreciate Coach Burnett joining us. Yeah, the Senators playing extremely good baseball, and they have all year long. Let's see, they are in conference 10-7. They've lost some they probably shouldn't have. Billings sits on top, 15-1, the Royals. Missoula's 10-2. Senators are 10-7. Lakers of Kalispell 8-6. The Scarlets 7-11. Bozeman's 4-16, struggling, and the Chargers of Great Falls are 2-11. So Helena can sneak into that second spot, I believe. They've got some conference games to make up. They're still to play. So Missoula's got some to make up, it looks like. Yeah, at Kalispell this weekend for Sunday, Monday, and then they'll come home next week to take on the Missoula team, the Mavs, next week. So good luck to the Senators. Let's see, what else did we want to hit on here? There's a lot of stuff I'm seeing I'd love to talk about, but I want to stick to sports. I want to try to just keep it on sports today. But whatever, if you want to weigh in on something, you can anytime at Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can Facebook us. You can email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. You can call 406-209-1267. Text, call us. Let us know your thoughts on what's going on. So, let's see what else is happening. Oh, tickets for the Last Chance Stampede. Okay, we've got a limited number of tickets for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You have to let me know what night you want to go. And I'll give a couple of pair away each night to people who Well, you're not going to get each night, but do we do a trivia? Or do you just ask me? How do you want to do this? You know what would be really cool is if everybody who got tickets wore, and then I gave you a Jason Walker Show t-shirt, you guys all wore those, right? Just a thought. But, okay, so, I tell you what, if you sign up for Jason Walker Show newsletter, and we don't spam, we don't do any of that crap, we don't sell your info, but if you sign up for the newsletter, I'll get you some tickets for Last Chance Stampede. Or if you tweet me, I'll get you some tickets, okay, at J Walker Sports. Okay? Those are the first couple ways we'll do some tickets. We're going to be live at the Last Chance Stampede next week. Tomorrow, we're going to talk to Jay Linderman from the Cowboy Hall of Fame, who is also an auctioneer, and they're going to be doing a Calcutta for the first time at the Stampede. He'll explain how that's going to work tomorrow on the show. And also next Thursday, he'll join us as well from the Stampede Fairgrounds. We'll be set up in the VIP area if you want to stop by and say hi. Let's see, we're also going to talk to Fallon Friggy next week. Got the DAV tournament this weekend. That'll be fun to play in. It's always a great time. I think it's the 6th year that we've been doing the DAV. And all the proceeds go to Disabled American Vets. The first year it was a one-day tournament. The next year became 2 days, and it's been 2 days ever since. It's a blast. Dan McGowan, I believe it was Chase Smith that put it on, and they do a wonderful job. But it all goes to the Disabled American Vets organization, so a lot of fun. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk some football. Andrew Rolin's going to join us, the MSU-Northern football coach. Why? Well, they made some news by hiring Mike Van Diest to be the new defensive coordinator, and we'll talk to Coach when we come back. This segment of the Jason Walker Show was brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
We always hear from the This is the Jason Walker Show.
Just pressing buttons over here, that's all we do. Speaking of pressing buttons, you see what the FBI is screwing up? Let's see if I can... So the FBI... Here, I'll just throw this on the real quick. This is a joke. This is our FBI, folks. As soon as it loads up here. Ready for this? Okay. So our FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, freaking out over a Lego set allegedly found. Okay. Ready for the next part? The FBI disregards Olympic gymnast complaints of sexual assault by Dr. Larry Nassar, made false statements to cover mistakes, according to the Department of Justice. This is breaking today. The FBI basically allowed Larry Nassar of Michigan State and the Olympic gymnast team to rape little girls because the FBI screwed up so bad and lied about it and made stories up. But dang it, we gotta get those people that went into the people's capital. Man. I mean, Larry Nassar's he's a bad dude, right? And if you don't know, he was the doctor at Michigan State, but he was also with the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team and raped a bunch of girls. And hopefully he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. But what a jackass. And the FBI screwing up the investigation. Not that we're surprised by that. But, wow. That's why I say earlier, it's hard to you want to stick to sports, but when you get stuff like that, it's kind of sports related. But man. It's a special place in hell for guys like that. And for those that covered it up. All right, let's do some positivity today. That is MSU-Northern football on the comeback. Why? Well, they got themselves a heck of a coach in Andrew Rolin, who's going to join us in a second on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, but they also now have a fantastic defensive coordinator in that of Mike Van Diest. We talked about it yesterday, and joining us now to talk about the hiring and his summer is the head coach of the Lights, Andrew Rolin, here on the Jason Walker Show. Well, first off, Coach, thanks for joining us, but what did you think of last night's All-Star Game uniforms? Should probably play the right interview, right? So let's try to get the right interview lined up. How would that be? Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Edit. And then you go down to here, and then, okay, does this work? Andrew Rolin, Jason Walker Show? Yep. Boom. Well, Coach, you and I talked not too long ago, but thanks for the helmet again, by the way, which is it's awesome. But how's your summer been so far?
Busier than expected. You know, we were heading back to Coeur d'Alene to visit family last week, and had some unforeseen changes happen to my staff, and you know that's part of the business. You know, early July is not the greatest time. You know, it's typically time we spend on vacation, but that's life, and which really turned into a blessing for us with a couple hires I was able to make, the one that, obviously a lot of people are talking about is Coach Van Diest. So, it's kept me a little busier than typical early July, but, it's been a lot of fun too.
Let's dive right into that. You did lose defensive coordinator, but you do get one of the best in the business, and maybe the best in the business, in Mike Van Diest, who comes from a great background. We don't need to even go over his accolades of what he is, but and who he's been. But pretty good hire. How did this come about?
Jason, it was one of those situations. Things like this happen. I just kind of take a deep breath. In terms of our defense coordinator walking in, and he had a great opportunity to go back to Toronto in the CFL, and it's one of those situations. You sit down and you take a deep breath and just start jotting down names. And the name that, for some whatever reason was stuck in my head and I couldn't get out of my head was Mike Van Diest. He's a guy that obviously that I respect tremendously and look up to in this profession. And, I just was sitting there and I couldn't get his name out of my head, no matter how many other guys I wrote down. And I called a few other guys as well. But I thought to myself, I need to call Coach and just basically see what he's doing. I knew he saw the fire, and I had that feeling. So I called him, and it was one of those situations where it was a bit of a cold call, but he answered the phone, and we had a good conversation. This was a couple weeks back, and we kept that conversation going for a couple weeks, and and here we are today, and just really blessed to have him part of our staff.
Like I said, we know all about his great accolades at Carroll College, and even before that. But what stood out to me, Coach, in his interview or his statement in the press release on Monday was, he was at Missoula when they got Washington Grizzly Stadium, and that changed over there. They got Carroll going with Nelson. MSU-Northern, and I've been a big fan of the Lights since you came aboard because of the excitement level back in 2018. But MSU-Northern's finally got its own football field on campus, and that's a game changer, like to quote Coach Van Diest. Do you think that played part in him coming up there?
Yeah, I mean, it was part of the process. I knew when I took the job over that it was going to take some time. We've talked about that before, Jason, and we're still, we're in that process still. And part of that process for me was facilities, and there needed to be an upgrade. And Greg Kegel, our chancellor, had already had that, in motion, those thoughts in process. So, I think, like anything, it's just showing a commitment to football, right?
Yeah.
And I think that probably had a factor to play in Coach's decision that, I'm serious about football. I'm serious about winning. The community's serious about football and winning. And so, I'd have to say that is the case, and for me personally, and it's been a process and it's a long process sometimes in the game of football, to get things going. And so we're, it's just taking the next step, and having a guy like Coach Van Diest a part of what we're doing is a big part of that, big piece of that puzzle. And so, it wasn't, I don't think it was his, sole deal breaker,
right.
But I think, what it shows is commitment to doing things the right way, commitment to winning, and trying to, take the steps necessary to build the correct program. He did, Coach, as he mentioned, did that at Carroll, and, when he was in Missoula, the same thing happened. And so, facilities do play a factor no matter what anyone says. And that's why I wanted to do it, a few years back when I took the job.
It's funny because facilities play a factor for 18-year-old kids coming out of high school, but who thought mid-60s coaches in the twilight of their career? And I don't even want to say.
I don't know if it was his sole, deal breaker to come to Northern. The guy, the man's a football coach. He wants to coach football. He loves to coach football, especially at this level with this age group and the impact that you can have. And he talked about watching more film. He was up here in Havre Sunday night and is back in Helena for a day, but today. But we've watched more film than he watched, in the past couple of years. And so he's kind of a junkie like me.
Oh yeah.
In that sense, and I think there was a little bit of that missing for him. he mentioned watching film by himself in his kitchen, and I think it's nice to just for me and him to sit down and just talk a lot of football. I think he missed that. I think that's a big, part of his life that was missing, and so it's fun to be able to do that with him.
Well, when I went over there in March and to his house, and I told the story yesterday, and I dropped some T-shirts off, and yeah, he's sitting at his kitchen table watching film, and just to watch film, and I'm like, there he wasn't coaching at the time. This was before Helena High, last fall, or after Helena High last fall. But yeah, it's just crazy. He's a football guy. You're an offensive guy. He's a defensive guy. You guys obviously, are you going to be okay giving him orders? Because he's legendary Mike Van Diest.
I wouldn't call him orders. I think we're all on the same page in the same direction moving forward. And, the one thing I'll say about Coach Van Diest is his humility. He's a pretty humble guy. He talks about always wanting to continue to learn. And so he wants to learn from me and, what gives me troubles. And, and we bounce ideas off each other. And obviously I'm learning a ton from him, not just from a defensive standpoint, but from an organizational standpoint, a leadership standpoint. There's just so much wisdom and knowledge that comes from him. So, but he's always learning too. So we're talking, we're on the whiteboard, we're talking football, we're going back and forth and different situational football. And so, it works well, and it's fun that he's a defensive guy and I'm an offensive guy. It's one of those deals we can, bounce a lot of ideas off each other. I learn more from defensive coaches than I do from other offensive coaches, and that's one thing I did learn from Rich Stubler is, he would always interview offensive coaches. He'd never go and talk to defensive coaches, because it's a game of chess. What's the next trend of how do you stop zone read? How do you stop, quarterback power run or whatever it may be? And you're going to learn that from defensive guys, not other offensive coaches.
No, that's a really good point. As Andrew Rolin joins us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, the Northern football coach. Have you talked to the guys yet, the team, the defensive side of the ball? Are they excited about this?
Yeah, I've talked to them. A lot of guys have stopped in and met Coach Van Diest, and and Coach has already started. He's starting to implement his expectations as a defense, and so it's really good. We had our defensive team captains come meet with him, and there's a sense of excitement, and turnover at the coaching ranks happens, and it's not easy. Coach Stubler was close with a lot of these players, but it's part of life, and we got to move on. And I always say, we're going to hire the next best man. We're going to hire somebody better than we did before, and that's always my goal. And I hope we did that, and I know we did that with Coach Van Diest. I think the world of the man, and our guys are fired up and ready to go and ready to compete. And we got some learning to do. I think the mental side of it, I think physically they're ready, but the communication and language of the defense is going to change. So there's going to be a bit of an adjustment, but we have time to do it, and the guys are ready to learn and they're hungry. So it'll be exciting to see. We've got a lot of guys returning, and it'd be fun to watch them take the next step as a defense together.
I've talked to a couple of people about this hire, and I don't know if it makes Northern an immediate threat in the Frontier, but I think it makes you guys better immediately, and that's just on paper. When you have a guy like Mike Van Diest on that defensive side of the ball, but then, like you said, that is going to help your offense. And if you talk to the offensive guys about this, because they're going to face a different type of defense and a different type of practice every day now.
Yeah, and I think just with what Rich did on defense, it was so different than what anyone else does, and that's kind of how Rich is. And it was a tough deal. It's tough defense for other offenses to face too.
Yep.
I think with Coach Van Diest, we're going to get so many multiple looks that it's going to prepare our quarterbacks, our offensive line and everybody else, I think better for our conference and what we face. So, no question about it. I think it's going to make us better all around. It's a team game. It's not just about offense, defense, or special teams. It's us working together. So he makes, I think he's going to make our team better, and that's what it's all about. It's not just about the defense. It's everything else. It all works together. So, yeah, I've talked to a lot of the offense guys, and I've talked to the entire team. But we've had some guys come in and meet them. Some, our quarterbacks and offensive linemen have come in and introduced themselves. So, there's a sense of excitement, but we still have to go out and do the work. I mean, this is all, like you mentioned, on paper. We haven't done anything. We've got a lot to do and a lot to prove, and a lot of work has to be done moving forward. I think we're kind of in the honeymoon stage. Everyone's excited that coach is here, but there's a lot of work to be done. We have a lot of improvement, and we haven't done anything yet. There's we got a lot to prove.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work ahead of us, and we're ready for it. Our guys are excited. Coach is ready to work, and as am I.
How many fish have you caught this year?
A lot. I made an emphasis, and I'm not bragging. I just made an emphasis to go out and knock the dust off the fly rod. And my folks live in Oregon and in Central Oregon, so there's a lot of good rivers out there. We're out in Idaho and here in Montana, so I've had a lot of fun. I've been busy, like I mentioned, with ball, but make sure I get out and have a little bit of fun too.
Well, you have to, and the kids enjoy Montana, and then of course getting out in the water and having fun, right?
No question. That's why we live here, right? I tell everybody else, from California, everyone knows that's where I'm from, Northern California, and I just tell everyone it sucks up here and don't come, and you can't handle the winters, and so we'll keep it a secret. Hopefully we only have Montana listeners right now on the radio, but we love being up here. We have a lot of fun. Our kids love the outdoors, and my wife does too.
Well, and you're the one Californian I can handle, so I like that.
You can barely handle me, but
oh no,
I try to knock the reputation off a little bit.
Well, you're doing a great job. Hey,
I appreciate it.
We got to have a fish fry. Are you a golfer, by the way? Do you golf at all?
I do golf. Yeah, I love golf. I'm not great. I don't know a great golfer, to be honest, but I do enjoy golf.
Well, you got to get down here so we can golf.
No question about it. I think I'll definitely take you up on that.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I don't fish much anymore, and I've never been a fly fisherman, which is weird growing up in Montana, in Bozeman with, great rivers right there.
Yep.
But I'm a worm and lure kind of guy.
Hey, it's never too late to pick up a great habit.
There you go. Hey, Coach, I appreciate the time, and looking forward to chatting with you a couple weeks here in Great Falls for a media day, and we'll go from there. But congratulations on the hire. Good luck, and enjoy the rest of the summer as much as you can.
Thanks, Jason.
That is Andrew Rolin joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. He's a good dude, and I've been a Northern guy, a supporter of Andrew Rolin since he got there, and MSU-Northern since he got there in 2017, but first season 2018. He's an excitable guy. He's a young guy, so he wants to succeed, and he's got Northern on the right track. I really like him, and I like the hire for Coach Van Diest to head up there. So we'll have Coach Van Diest on next week, by the way. I believe Tuesday, possibly. We'll have Coach Van Diest on, so that'll be fun. All right, let's see, Montana Horses Magazine. Check it out. All horses, all Montana. Montana Horses Magazine packed with every wonderful, wow-worthy thing you'll want to know about all things Montana horses. Check it out, Montana Horses Magazine, montanahorses.com. On this date is brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. Today is Wednesday, July 14th, Grand Marnier Day. Tape Measure Day. It is National Mac and Cheese Day. It is also National Nude Day. And no, I don't want to see you nude. And I don't think anybody wants to see me nude either. But how about nude covered in mac and cheese? No. But if you're nude day and tape measure day together, you do the math. Hey, on this day, 1916, St. Louis Brown Ernie Koob goes 17 innings, 14 hits he gives up in 17 innings in a 0-0 tie at Fenway. 1946, Lou Boudreau of Cleveland hits 4 doubles and a home run, but the Red Sox get the win 11-10. Ted Williams goes for 3 home runs and 8 RBI. 1951, the first colored telecast of a sporting event. It was a horse race on CBS. In that race, 1948 Triple Crown champ Citation wins the Hollywood Gold Cup by 4 lengths to become America Racing's first millionaire horse. 1956, Boston Red Sox pitcher Mel Parnell with a no-hitter over Chicago. 1963, it was the 50th Tour de France, and French cyclist Jacques Anquetil would win his third consecutive, and the first rider to win the Tour 4 times. And a year later, on this date, 1964, at the 51st Tour de France, Jacques Anquetil of France goes 4 consecutive, and the first to claim 5 titles. That was before steroids, Lance Armstrong. Who was the Floyd dude? Used to ride the American Floyd something. He won it, and then drugs. And none of these guys look like they're on drugs, right? Not at least like Barry Bonds. I mean, he juiced up on the roids, but you could tell he juiced up. 1967, Houston Astro Eddie Matthews hits his 500th home run off San Francisco Giant pitcher Juan Marichal. And then a year later on this date, 1968, Hank Aaron hit his 500th home run off San Francisco Giant pitcher Mike McCormick. 1995, Ramon Martinez, then of the Dodgers, with a no-hitter over the Marlins. Happy birthday today. Missy Gold played Katie, the kid, on Benson. She was born in Great Falls on this date in 1970. Missy Gold. Yes, happy birthday to Missy Gold. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Get in for your beignets. I'm going to have to see if I can get some beignets Friday night so I can have them on Saturday for the DAV, the Disabled American Vets Tournament we're playing in on the weekend. Have to see if we can get some beignets. Let's see, what did we miss? 1864 on this date. Gold was discovered in Helena. Yep, the 4 Georgians discovered gold at Last Chance Gulch. Billy the Kid, also known as William Bonney, allegedly shot and killed by Pat Garrett on this date in 1881 at the age of 21. And I say allegedly, because I've seen Young Guns too. You too? What do you think? Do you think Billy the Kid lived? Or what? If you want rodeo tickets for next week, Last Chance Stampede, shoot me a tweet, a text, an email at JWalkerSports, Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Tell me why. You can also sign up for the newsletter at Jason at WalkerShow.com. We're not going to share any of your information, but we want you to go to the rodeo and have some fun. I got tickets for Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So, and we'll be broadcasting live next week at the Last Chance Stampede here in Helena. Tomorrow, we'll talk to Jay Linderman from from the Cowboy Hall of Fame. He's an auctioneer as well. They're going to do it to Calcutta. Got a Calcutta coming up next week for the Last Chance Stampede Rodeo, which is going to be a fun. I mean, I can't wait. We've been missing this for 2 years to get back to rodeo in Helena, and it's going to be awesome. And, of course, you've got Lewistown next week on the PRCA. You've got NRA's, 4 spots this week, starting tomorrow. So, lots of great rodeo. The summer is almost over. I mean, really, the summer rodeo season's almost over, at least in the state. And it feels like it just got started, which is a bummer that it's now almost over. So, had fun today. Don't forget to get into Cafe Zydeco. Okay, if you love someone that loves our country, go see Miss Lou at Cafe Zydeco. That's a place that loves the United States, loves America, loves our law enforcement, just like we do here in the Jason Walker Show. Andrew Rolin, MSU-Northern football coach, thanks for joining us. Jon Burnett, had a good time talking with him as well. By the way, get into Dinner's Done Right. If you're looking for something to cook tonight, they have microwavable single-serve dishes. Also, you can get stuff for the weekend. And the summer grilling package is still there, too, for $90. DinnersDoneRight.com. Do it again tomorrow. Jay Linderman will join us. We'll talk Calcutta and how to get involved. And a lot more. Hope you enjoyed it. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. If you want rodeo tickets, let me know. See you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.